Okay, so welcome back to part two of the making the wheat farm. I don't know how I'm gonna title this video. I think it's something like making an automatic wheat farm. But yeah, welcome to part two of whatever name it is. And we are here now, and I even bring the map to see exactly where I should build it. But uh, there's a little problem with the terraforming because as you can see, it's like a little depressed. The terrain is a little slopey, and I'm not sure if I like that. I usually like to build in higher spots. The problem is that the higher spot is up there, and I can't leave the area of this map. I can, but I don't want to. I want to keep it relatively close to the base. I think actually here's a good level. Maybe I can use this area. Yeah, cause like maybe if I bring this down, then you can just see the elevation, the horizon, but it's not that big of a deal, right? I think here's a good area, and actually, you know how I am. I gotta mark the chunks. English, come on. I gotta mark the chunks. It's just how it is. I can't. I don't know what's my problem. Alright, it's just that's so satisfying when everything is within a chunk, and I'm not gonna do it in just one chunk because this is gonna be a big farm, but I'm gonna mark the chunks that I'm gonna use. So let me do that first. Alright, I marked 4 chunks. I think it's a good start. It's not exactly in the center of the map, but I think it looks okay. Just because there's a slope right here, so I didn't want to get too close to it. I was more in the middle of the things. And now I think we terraform first and then start building. Yeah, I think that's better. I'm gonna do that. Alright, the terra has been formed. I mean, most of it I still didn't cover some holes. There's like a mini cave here, one of those caves that goes straight down. Kind of annoying. I bet there's scary zombies there, and I bet there's water. There's water down there, which I hate. I don't know why. It's just like little things like this. This upsets me. I can't tell you why. It's just that the knowledge that there's water there and I can do anything about it. Like I could do something about it. It's just that it would take so long. This annoys me. Anyways, now that I terraform it, I think I'll start to add the bare bones of the farm. And like, I had a vision, right? Before starting this, I had a vision of how I would make the farm. But I had some thinking time, some brainstorming, and I'm not sure if I want to follow the vision because you see, my first thought was of making a raised platform of dirt, maybe a little higher like this, and have a little glass barrier down below it, and the alley would be here, the platform would be up, the wheat farm would be on this dirt block up there, and the alley would be underneath it picking up the blocks, but it will be at eye level so you can see the alley working. Because if in my mind that will make it look more natural, not natural like, oh, is that's how it works in the real world. Natural like, oh, that's how it works in Minecraft. Like, I don't want to hide because I did this farm before, like I said in the previous episode, And in the design that I made before, I hid the the LA underground. So the farm was on this level, right? Where's my hole? Where the hole's at? Here. So the farm was on this level, the LA was underneath it. Now I kinda wanted to make it on this level up there, and the LA would be visible, like working. But I'm not sure if that would look great. I also wanted to make in this level I have the LA above it working, but it's really unfortunate that the LAs just kind of just wander off whenever they're not engaged uh, or imprisoned by a leash, which is, I don't know, it's upsetting because I think it would be so cool to have them just wandering around the perimeter of the farm. But we can have nice things, right? It's just like bees. It would be nice to have like open bee farms, but they just wander off. Also, we can see the house from here, just in the fog. Really cool. I also had an idea which I don't think would work properly, but it's a cool idea nonetheless, which would be to have the LAs coming in and out of a little compartment, like a little house, where they could dump the items and then the house will lock them in for a second. And then, whenever, like, I don't know, some time passed, then the house would open up, the LAs would flood out just to get the items, right? And come right back. That way I could like control when they're free and when they're not free without looking like they're being imprisoned, which is the point here. I don't want to look like they are being forced to be in the farm like the villagers, the farmers is just just gonna be farming around, like walking around. But the LA, since they can fly, the only way to keep them safe and in the farm is to have the whole farm encased, which I don't want to do just because we look not natural, we look like kind of ugly. So yeah, this idea maybe could work, but I see some flaws in it. Like for example, what if I leave the chunk, right? Then I come back. What if the time of the lace being released, and then I come back and they're still released just because I unload the chunk and they didn't go back to the house because they were unloaded. Now I come back and they're like just free roaming around because they weren't properly uh, encased right before I left, right? So I think there's a flaw right there, and I don't like to work with this type of things because I don't know. I'm in survival. I don't want to test and create it. I could. Sometimes I do that, but I think it's not really that fun. Sometimes we learn from our mistakes, right? So I like to do it first in creative mode and just brainstorming. Help me here. Help me. What do you think? Do you think that's a good idea? I don't know what to say. That opened my eyes. Did you guys hear that? That's actually a pretty good idea. Okay, I admit I don't have any idea what the ship said. I don't know if it was a good idea or not because I don't speak his language. So I'm gonna have to think on my own. And it hurts. It hurts the head, it hurts the brain. My brain is overthinking. And I don't like it how it feels. Anyway, let me think a little more. Okay, so I think a little more, and an idea that maybe could work is just to make a big house. Like a house, inside the house have a lace, and the roof of the house have like the farm on the roof, on top of the roof. Like, I don't know, like a second level maybe. So from the outside, it would look like the house has a green roof, like those houses from Rabbit, I think. They're like have moss and whatnot on the top, like flowers and whatnot. But instead of that, it's just farming, just wheat. And inside the house, there's just allays wandering around. They're not being cased, not being imprisoned. They're just inside the house, just their home. You know, that could maybe work. Okay, I am thinking too much. I think it's just gonna build and just gonna wing it, right? Maybe I don't know. Maybe it looks nice. Think about maybe doing it like more a medieval style. Medieval is kind of overused in this game. I don't use it that much. I use more of a Japanese style, especially in this world. So I think it's fine to use it now. I really need it. Maybe have like fences around it. Fences here, like a big gate. Top of it, the farm. The LA's gotta be in the eye level, right? So think about leaving those two spaces for the LA's. Actually, um, I don't know. Maybe having that. Yeah, I could have that. Two, two, two up here, and then it goes underground a little bit, just a tiny little bit, just for me whenever I want to walk inside the area where the lays at. But the farm itself, maybe should go a little down here. Yeah, but then the LAs from here the LAs wouldn't be visible, right? No, let's leave the farm up here. You guys probably not understanding a single thing that I'm saying. It will all make sense in some hours, probably. For me, for you, maybe some minutes. But yeah, really hard to tell without actually building it. Oh, okay, okay. Wait, I had an idea. Maybe I can do a little. How can I say? Wait, not this. There's one chunk here. There's like one, two, two. Make a little entrance here, which is in this level where you can see the lace working. But then there's like a stair here in the end that leads to maybe the storage house, and then it goes wrap around it on the level of the farm. Then you can visit the both the levels of the building. I don't know if that makes any sense. Probably not. Okay, I got some other materials just to see if I can have like a vision of this. I'm actually gonna swap these pillars for stone, because wood pillars are cool, that makes sense, but I did that so many times. Just gonna make a little different. So I raised everything a level. I think I'm gonna do the main path out of sandstone. And there's gonna be like sandstone here. I don't think I have enough to show. Can I make slabs all this? Sure I can. It's probably better. Should do slabs. So there's gonna be like a pathway of sandstone here. Right. Let's do it like this. Sure now. Then there's gonna be rooms here on this level, like two tall rooms. Two, maybe three. No, two is good enough. For the LAs, they're gonna be here on this area on that level. But up here, there's gonna be a farm, right? And yeah, it's a little too far up. Like you're not gonna maybe see the farm from this level. We're gonna have to go up above. But for that reason here, in the ending of the, maybe a little back here, maybe as the second chunk starts, Here you're gonna have a staircase for the level of the farm. And back here I can have little houses for storage. So it will all make like a community, like a, I don't know how to call it, like a mini village almost, but just for farmers and the hard-working LAs. So now look like they are being imprisoned, more like they work here, right? That's their job. And I think for now, let me just lay down the bare bones for this. Like I said before, let's just do that instead of like overcomplicating things. Let's just build, see what we're working with, and then maybe things will make sense. Okay, it's been a while. I figured out a general shape. So right now you can see my idea here. I actually need to raise this by one block. Can I do that? My idea to have like the platforms, we're gonna have the wheat farms, and then underneath here you can have one or two LAs working, right? I'm gonna fence all of this so they can't escape, but it's not gonna look like they're being held, so it's gonna look fine. um Problem is right now I ran out at sandstone, and the nearest desert is like, I think 3,000 blocks from here. This seed is pretty cool, but it's awful for deserts. Like the deserts really far apart. If you want sand, there's just some beaches around. But really, if you want sandstone, you gotta go to the desert, and I think that's what I'm going to do. But this video is getting too long, so again, I'm gonna split it, make a part 3, and our saga continues right in the next episode. So yeah, thanks for watching. If you want to see how I finish this farm, please check in part 3, and see you next time. Bye bye.